Welcome back. Today we've got the NFL rebuild in NBA 2K26, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what that means. But before we do, make sure we're starting with a fantasy draft. I want you to see no draft order, no anything like that. Um, and we have to randomly select a team. So I'm just gonna hold this down. I'm not gonna look, and we're gonna stop in three, two, one. This is the team we're using, the Brooklyn Nets. Um, but will we will select all the teams so we don't have untouchables, and then we'll get into the criteria for today. So they're gonna auto draft my team and everything like that, and then I'm gonna tell you how this is going to work. All right, I'm not actually even sure what pick we had. I didn't even look. The Nets had we had the third overall pick, so we actually have Giannis. That's actually huge. I didn't even realize that. So basically, I have 10 positions in football. Yeah, I guess there are more, whatever, but I picked 10. Um, and I gave them criteria on how they would fit over into 2K in a way. But before we do that, let's deselect every team, um, except for the Nets, of course. And the reason I selected every team is so untouchables, they don't immediately put untouchables, so we can trade for technically everybody. Um, so yeah, let's check out our roster. So we got Giannis. We have the fact that Ja Morant went almost in the third round. It's because his overall has dropped so much. Kobe White, Jada McDaniels, Wendell Carter, Alex Caruso. So a relatively not necessarily old team, but it's not a young team. Um, and so yeah, I put down 10 football positions, so we have a 10-man roster, and I gave them criteria, which I will explain. But before we do that, I will say a player cannot count for more than one position. So, like if we used Giannis for our quarterback, we can't use Giannis for our tight end, if that makes sense. And we also don't have to trade. If Giannis fits one of these positions, we can keep Giannis. But we have to have all these 10 requirements. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is quarterback. For to be a quarterback in the NBA, you have to have an 80 pass vision. Um, that's this over here. So we have Ja Morant, we have Giannis. I don't want to use Giannis for this because I feel like looking at some of the criteria for some of the other positions, I feel like Giannis would fit for something else. And other than that, we don't have anybody who has good pass vision. So we've just got to look on the. I mean, I guess we could do this as well. We go over to all players and we say, hey, pass vision. Who's got above what I say, 80? A lot of players. Um, this many players have 80 pass vision. There are some role players. There are some higher end guys like Austin Reeves wouldn't be bad. I don't know if 2K gave him his buff on since how he's performing in real life right now. Um, we have like a LeBron. We've got like we said Giannis. But I think again I think we can get I think we can get better. So let's go in Trade Finder. Let's say we package Ja Morant with I don't know Brandon Williams and a first round pick. Our first round pick is 3-star value. Whoa. Okay. So there Steph Curry's gotta have it, right? There's no way Steph Curry doesn't have an 80 pat. He doesn't. Whoa. And I will say, so because I trade for Steph Curry, he's not safe. So if I and obviously he's not safe because he doesn't fit this, but like he could eventually fit for something else, which well, he will fit for something else. So we probably will be doing this trade, and I will tell you when. But like, I could trade for Curry and then reflip him to go get a quarterback or a different position. Um, kind of wonder if we just did. Was he still on the Warriors? Is that what that said? I don't know if it was. It does. They want Giannis or they want Ja and Kobe White and that pick. I mean, sure, take them. Okay. So Steph Curry is going to be our kicker with an 85 3. Obviously, Stephen Curry has an 85 3-pointer. He has a 99. So that's probably where Steph Curry will come in. Now, the fact that we've got two guys that make a ton of money. Let me just say, hold on. Let me just find what Giannis will look for so we can get this set up. And I'm gonna write it down so I make sure at the end that we're good. So I believe Giannis could be our. I mean, he could probably be a lot. Our defensive lineman, 80, which means you have to have an 80 interior defense. I'm just going to read out all the positions. So quarterback, 80 pass vision. Center, you have to have 85 block and 75 strength. Wide receiver, you have to have 95 hands, which a lot of people have. Running back, you have to have an 85 speed with ball. Tight end, you have to have 87 help defense and 70 offensive consistency. Kicker 85-3, which we got. Cornerback is 90 steal and 80 agility. Defensive lineman is 80 interior defense. Offensive lineman is 95 close shot. I couldn't really figure out how to do that, but I wanted to make it somewhat offensive oriented since they're an offensive lineman. And then fullback is 90 hustle and 85 help defense. So we're probably going to use him. I would assume he has an 87 help defense. Right? Where's help defense? Here it is. He does. And he needs what else? 70 offensive consistency. He, of course, has that. So Giannis is going to be our tight end, I guess. That's a big tight end, but the more that I think about it, I would love to keep Curry, but let's just see. Let's see. Okay, is there anything we would probably have to package more because for some reason this game doesn't value Stephen Curry anymore. But like if we package him with Brandon Williams and our 2030 first, or 2031st, probably still nothing too crazy. I mean, there's Tyrese Maxey, but again, Steph Curry counts as a kicker. But all right, we need to go get this pass vision. So Jaden McDaniels, not too bad. Let's trade Valanciunas and Sam Merrill. And we just got to go get someone with 80 pass vision, which probably means it's going to be a guard. Wow, Dennis Jenkins. 86-3. Pass vision is 73. So he doesn't fit for this. Ooh, but 90 steal. Does he have 80 agility? Ah, damn, he would fit perfectly for our cornerback. What do they have his perimeter defense at? 69. Okay. Anthony Simons, Ty Jerome. I don't think any of those guys have that. All right, so the two guys for this that fit that I think I would want to go for is Austin Reeves. He makes 13. Andrew Nemhard makes 18. Who would I rather more? Probably Nemhard. So let's go to the Pistons and say, hey, Pistons, we want this guy. Jaden McDaniels. I think we could figure out something a little better. So $5 million. We give up Kyle Anderson. And I don't think we have to actually give up second or a first. So I think a couple seconds. I will give up 4 seconds. Although Kyle Anderson is basically a negative asset. So I guess I would give up a 2030. Okay. A 2029. Or does it just have to be the most recent one? Oops, I didn't mean to trade that. All right. I think this is a decent value trade. We get Mark Williams and Nemhard. I don't know if Mark Williams will fit for anything, but Nemhard is going to be our quarterback. Um, so that's good. Next, if we're going in order, 85 block and 75 strength. I kind of wonder. I don't. Mark Williams does not have 85 block. I don't think, at least. No, 75 3 or 75 block. I mean, so let's go and see who fits that for us. What do we need? We need 85 block and 75 strength. And like, we kind of do want to get some cheaper players. We do have to fill out a 10-man rotation. Chet, no. Kalel Ware. Let's add him to target list. Who else is relatively cheap? Gafford isn't too bad. Valanciunas actually would have fit well, at least for the blocking part. Does Kada fit? Strength, I said 75. Who else did I add? I didn't even check their strength. Oh, so actually Kalel Ware doesn't fit. So like Kada could probably end up being like a backup. He's on a minimum. Maluwatch, and then we're down into the alright, doesn't really count. What team is come on Maluwatch on? He's on the Warriors. Wow, Warriors, let's call you guys back up again. Where's he at? Right here. 78. First. I'd rather just do this. So a second, Brandon Williams. Okay. So our center, well, literally, I don't know if he'll start, but Kada is a good budget option. He is a 78 overall. He does win most improved oftentimes when we do this. But wide receiver, someone with 95 hands. And honestly, there is a ton of people that have that. So I think if we say, I might think about keeping Caruso because I think he would fit for at least one of our other positions. We actually do have Valanciunas, but I think I'm going to trade him. I think that's the point. We trade him with Kyle Anderson in a first and 95 hands. If we could get a really good center, maybe. Centers just didn't even pop up, really. I mean, Kyle Anderson, again, is not really a positive asset. But we do have John Collins money here. So I guess we could look at that. Rudy probably has 14 hands, if we're being honest. I don't know. I don't really like any of those. So let me see who has 95 hands. All right, we're going back to another team we already talked to. What would it? Could we get Chet? I don't think so. We would maybe have to upgrade some of our assets, like if we get Valanciunas and like Sam Merrill out of here. Like, could we get? Like, there's another first. There's KCP's money. KCP's money, maybe not for this trade, but like that might be decent a little bit. And I think this is where we just use like as many picks as we can. We say, hey, take Mark Williams and take Kyle Anderson's money will get us there. And then we say, hey, take all the picks in the world. 4 first-round picks I'm willing to give up for Chet. Oops, not a second. Damn. Okay. We might have to do a little bit of leveling up to get to that point. So like we say Mark Williams, Kyle Anderson, and we trade our first round pick. I want to keep that Rockets pick because it is 2-star value, but like, could we get like a Nikhil and quickly? Let's get Nikhil and quickly, even though I did like the looks of that pick. And let's do our, our little. Oh, it actually didn't matter. Wow. Okay. And we trade. Oof. Can we just trade John Collins? Can we get another pick or something or some equivalent? I mean, we could just trade for Mark Williams back. We trade for Hartenstein, Josh Hart. Okay. That is somebody that I believe if you change their position, he goes from an 81 to an 83. Perfect. Josh Hart and Johnny Furphy, I guess. I don't know. I kind of want one of those super valuable picks to come up, but it's not really happening. But let's go try Chetty. All right. Again, don't know if this is going to work. This is all our picks. No. And if we add in, I don't know. You want Jalen Wilson? Probably not. Do you want Tyrese Martin? That's probably not going to happen. Again, unless we find someone else that is literally, we need him to be on a rookie deal. That's pretty much what we need. We need to trade up for somebody that they would value that is on a rookie deal, so we can maybe package another asset in there. Let's try it. And if we trade Keontae George, and I don't know what this will do. I might be wasting a bunch of time for Chet, and we might not ever even get him. So this is my last try, and if not, then we'll move on. But Keontae George, I guess I'm giving up Nikhil as well. Then we have probably only three first round picks now. Yeah. So it's not going to happen again. I mean, unless they want quickly and they give us back Jaden. Yeah. No. All right. All right. Here's who's going to be our hands. Jordan Clarkson has 98 hands. So that's what we're going to use him as. He can come off our bench, be another little flamethrower, and we'll look for, some center and some other front court play later. Should I be using that pick here? Probably not, but it's all right. So next we have our running back, 85 speed with ball. Again, do we have anybody that we haven't used as 85 speed with ball? No, we don't actually have anybody with 85 speed with ball. Speed with ball, boom. So this is probably gonna be another guard. Westbrook on the Knicks might not be bad. So you know what? Let's just go and try the Knicks real quick. If not, we'll move on. Keontae. Kind of want to save Keontae because again, I think we can get Keontae without 11 million more. They've had Draymond. Robert. Okay, actually, I guess no. If we're getting Robert Williams too, I would do this. Hold on. What was that trade? Was it worth it if we say, hey, give us Westbrook and Robert Williams, Keontae George? Yeah. Okay. I think that's good value. All right. So we've got Westbrook to be our running back. But now we got to get a couple more starter caliber players. So the next position we haven't done is cornerback with 90 steal and 80 agility. I think it's Caruso. We were going to check. Let's see. Caruso 90 steal. 90 steal, but does he have 80 agility? I mean, I would assume so. He does. Because what do we need? So we've got Nemhard's going to be our 2, at least as of right now. So we still have Quickly and Schroeder we can trade. Oh, we do have Nikhil still. I didn't use him? I thought I used him. Okay. Nikhil, we've got to trade. Furphy, and then okay. So let me write that down. We really need to figure out these front court players. Defensive lineman is just 80 interior defense. Again, Robert Williams might have that. He does, but does he actually fit what Kada had? Well, we 85 block and 75 strength. Let me see. 95 block, of course. Strength is okay. But then again, Kate is also cheaper. But I think Robert Williams is better. So we might switch this to Robert Williams real quick. And we'll use Kada to trade for somebody. So we use Kada, we use Quickly, and we use a first round pick. And this is hopefully where we can get, maybe what do we need? We need 80 interior defense. I really don't know if he has this. I don't know if he does, if this is anyway who I would want. He doesn't. But it might be worth it to just see what if we trade Sabonis with a pick. Because we're also getting Jovic. Oh, but we can't give up Clarkson, so never mind. Honestly, do we? He's having a really good 3-point shooting year. I mean, he should have the 80 interior defense. He does. We move Giannis to the 5. And we still get Patrick Williams as a contracted trade. Okay, for now, he's going to stay. And he would be our 4. Patrick Williams, we make him this. Okay. 95 close shot. Again, that is really a lot of people. And honestly, at worst thing is we just go get like a Kada back or something. But I think with 95 close shot, we can really get like not a star, but like maybe not. Let's just pretend we're going to keep him. Let's trade Patrick Williams, Johnny Furphy, this first for 95 close shot. I don't know if I like this team, bro. I think we almost went too much defensively, which is why. But a lot of this stuff is defensive oriented. That's the problem. Isaiah Joe. Now we need like a wing. We need like his close shot is not 95. His is 97. 95 for like a Corey Kispert. But we also have Caruso. As of right now, we have Nikhil. I think maybe we don't. Maybe we do. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, these guys all fit our 95 or more close shot. I think someone I would rather go for is I'd like Laurie or Jaren first. So let's go. Laurie's on the Hornets, Jaren's on the Spurs. So like Laurie, nothing. Jaren. We also I don't know if we would actually be able to make the money match very easily. Who else do I want? I wanted Jalen Duren, who's on the Bucks, I believe. Yep. Steph Curry, yeah, but not gonna happen. Zubac is on the Pacers and Jabari is on the Kings. Nothing, and Jabari would be like a last resort. I don't really want to do that right now. I don't. All right, so let's just see if we can make money work. Again, I don't know if we can. We would okay, 35 mil. We actually can. We give up Patrick Williams, 12.5 million more. So we give up Dennis Schroeder. Although we don't have picks to give up, so I got to trade up a little bit. So let's say Dennis Schroeder we trade for. We need to sign players. All right, we're trading Luke Kennard and Eric Gordon for Matisse Thybulle and a first, and then we trade like Nicholas Batum and Matisse Thybulle. Can we get another first? No. Okay. No. Okay. If anyone just wants the salary, perfect. There's another pick. Not very valuable, but that's fine. Now let's go to the Spurs and we say, hey, I want Jaren Jackson Jr. We'll give you Patrick Williams. Still have to make up 12.5 still. We give up Dennis Schroeder. And they're like, again, these are trades where I'm willing to give up. There we go. Perfect. So there's Jaren for our offensive linemen. And now fullback is 90 hustle and 85 help defense. Who do we have? So the safe Nikhil. Does he have 90 hustle and 85 help defense? His hustle is not even close. Oops. Hold on. 90 hustle, 85 help defense. So does he fit the 90 steal and 80 agility then? 80 agility, probably not the 90 steal though. No, not at all. Okay. So this should be our last trade if we're keeping everybody. 90 hustle and 85 help defense. Oh wait, I'm going below the 85 help defense. There's actually not a lot of people with 85 help defense, and it's actually Matisse Thybulle who we just traded. Is that what we need? I'm sorry, I should have looked at what we need. So we don't need guards really. We don't need guards. We could use a 3. A 3 or a 4 is what we need. A 3 or a 4. So Dylan Brooks. It's either that or we go back to the 90 steal and we see if anyone there works and we use Caruso for here. 90 steal and what is it? 80 agility. Could we add Mikal? If we get Mikal Bridges. All right, let's see. Mikal Bridges is on the Lakers. We give them Nikhil. Alex Caruso. I can't give you Alex Caruso. I can give you this first round pick. I can't give you Alex Caruso, though. I can give you Batum. You give me back Andre Jackson. I can't give up Caruso, bro. I can't do it. And if you want Furphy, I take Furphy too. Then we take Kyle Anderson's terrible money. I can't do Caruso, bro. Unless you're gonna give me back somebody that fits him. What was he? He was 90 steal. Dorian Finney-Smith is not gonna have a 90 steal. Not even close. All right. Last thing that I think I can do is I trade Batum and you got a first. Okay, that's perfect. Now we last trade. Come on, we've been going for 30 minutes. I want to simulate. If I do all this and we lose, I'm not gonna be happy. Nikhil and my two first round picks. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me get this roster set up for us. All right. So I believe this is our NFL lineup. That lineup looks insanely good to me. I don't know about you. I mean, the bench doesn't look too bad either. Let's go over things. So our quarterback is Andrew Nemhard. Our center is Robert Williams, who is all the way down here. Clarkson is our wide receiver. Our running back is Westbrook. Our tight end is Giannis. Our kicker is Stephen Curry. Caruso is our cornerback. Draymond is our defensive lineman. Jaron is our offensive lineman. And our fullback is Mikal Bridges. Although, I think I just messed up, though. Did I just mess up? Perimeter defense? No, where's help defense? Oh, that's because it's switched. Mikal Bridges is our cornerback. Yes. 80 agility. Yeah. And then Caruso is our fullback with the 90 hustle and 85 help defense. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but this is that's a championship winning team to me. I just got to fill out our roster so I don't get noties, and we're going to go. Come on now. MVP Giannis, 22 and 13. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year. Sixth man, Khalil Ware. DPOY Vic. Khalil Ware, most improved as well. Shea gets Clutch Player. We get Coach and Executive of the Year. Paolo gets Cup MVP. Come on now. Where's Curry? No Curry love. Wow. No Curry love is crazy. That's crazy. But we are the first seed. We ended with 65 and 17, as you guys probably saw that. 8 and 2 in our last 10. We were 33 and 9 at home, 32 and 8 away. Points a game, 120. I would like to see, though, our defense had to have been best in the league, right? Yeah, perfect. And our offense was 6th best in the league. So I will 100% take that. Who do we play in the first round? We play Chicago. Chicago got Suggs, Levine, LeBron, PJ. That's a pretty good team. Other than LeBron wearing number 35, there's no way that was a team that was drafted, right? No, it was. Okay. All right, perfect. Next we've got Detroit. Lonzo, Neesmith, Franz, Chet, and Edie. What a big front court. Oh my god. Too bad our front court is better, but what a big front court. Perfect. Up 3-1. 4-1, baby. Come on now. The 6-seeded Hawks. Oh, it's Vic. Okay. But we've got Jaron. We've got Giannis. Those are some of the better players to throw at a guy like Vic. Come on, agility wise, they can keep up. I mean, again, obviously he's taller, but 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Who we gonna see in the finals? Darius Garland, 30 and 8. This is the team we took Mikal Bridges away from, who also is Jason Tatum, who didn't somehow win Finals MVP either. Wow. Okay. I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think that this is really going to be too much of a game. I mean, I'm going to adjust some minutes a little bit to what the CPU thinks, but I think we're good. All right, we crushed that. Maybe it took a little while, but I think that based on what I did, I don't think I made the criteria too hard. I don't think it was too easy necessarily either, but like come on, like Curry and Westbrook, Nemhard and Clarkson, Bridges and Caruso, Jaron and Draymond, and then Giannis and Robert Williams. Pretty good to me. I do kind of wonder what did Curry average on the year? 25. Okay. So we just had a lot of people doing a lot of different things, which makes sense. But thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I do have another sport for this coming out probably pretty soon within the next week or so. But let me know if you like this. Leave other suggestions in the comments below, and we will do them. So make sure you come back on road to 1,000 subscribers.